Hello students, I'm Dr. Poonam Agarwal. I'll be talking to you regarding activation energy in enzyme topic. What is activation energy? Activation energy you can best understand by this particular graph. This is the substrate. This A is denoting you the substrate and C is denoting you the product. Whenever the reaction is taking place, A is not directly converted to C. Rather, you have an intermediate state which is high energy state, that is B. That is called transition state. So the substrate has to convert itself to transition state, which is high energy compound, high energy intermediate, and that is converted to product. This y-axis is talking to you about free energy. You can see it is written here. The difference of energy, difference of free energy between the substrate and the transition state is called activation energy. This you can see that B is the transition state and A is the substrate. So the difference of energy between the substrate and the transition state is called activation energy, which we can see by this particular arrow. This is uncatalyzed reaction where the transition state is shown to be at B position. When the enzyme is present, the transition state is reached earlier somewhere here. So now the amount of energy which is needed to convert the substrate to transition state is lowered. So the activation energy, that is the difference of substrate and the transition state, is lowered in presence of enzyme. So when the enzyme is present and the reaction is catalyzed, we get to have this dotted graph. We have got substrate, we have got same product, but the transition state is reached earlier. So the difference of energy between the substrate and the transition state is now lowered. So that is the role of enzyme. That role of enzyme is to reduce the activation energy. Now what is activation energy? Activation energy is difference of the energy of substrate and the transition state. And when we talk about velocity of reaction, it is inversely proportional to activation energy. So when in presence of enzyme we have lowered activation energy, we will have higher reaction velocity. So that is how the enzyme is able to enhance the rate of the reaction, enhance the velocity of reaction. Thank you.